Hey guys, Frank, your virtual general aviation aviator, and today I've got the Carbon Cub, um, the Carbon Cub by Big Tower Productions. Now, this particular model is the steam gauge version. There is a glass gauge version. Let me jump in the cockpit. Th- Okay, that's a little quieter. There is a glass panel version, but today we're going to just do Steam. I don't have a flight plan. Um, I may get lost and may not be able to find my way back to this airport, but I just want to fly around in northern Alaska and enjoy the scenery. And what better aircraft to do that in than the Carbon Cub? So I am going to go ahead and turn on altitude reporting for what it's worth. I don't expect to see any traffic out here, but you never know. Okay, let's see. I am at PAT. Let's see. AWAS is 135.75. So let's just go ahead and dial that in. 135.75. Get that to grow. Well, maybe I can do it on that. How about that? Now this one's got two separate knobs, one for the high band and one for the low band. Okay, and then how do we flip that in? So there you go. And I should have that radio on. Let's see. Go ahead and turn my landing lights on. Um, and I don't have a lot of buttons to worry about. Um, but I am not getting the AWAS, um, and I need to know what my altimeter setting is for this airport. So I can find it in other places, but if I can find it here, that would be best. 135.75. So let me double check. 135.75, and the AWAS is just not modeled for this airfield. Okay, so that means I am going to get it from a different place. So I'm in Sky Vector and find the airport that I'm at. Okay, so I am at Anakotava. Anakotava. I've heard of it on Ice Road Truckers. Okay, winds are 210 at 3 knots, not a factor. 10 statutory miles. Um, and altimeter is 29.38. Okay, but you know what? I actually don't have real weather on, and because when I was loading up this aircraft, the weather looked like it might have been iffy, so I wanted good weather, so I changed it manually. I got a few cameras at, let's see, let's just flip that in and see what it looks like. Apply changes. I may go back to custom weather, depending on how ugly or yeah. So, oh shucks. Yeah, so I may go back to custom weather. Let's fly around in this for a little while and we'll see. Okay. All right. So, and then the altimeter was, let's see, maybe it, no, it didn't change automatically. Actually, I am going to get the altimeter from from here. Custom weather and 2938. Resume flight. All right, so 2938 going up. 2929 what? Man, talk about a short memory. 38 was it 38? That just don't sound right. Yep, 2938. Wow, talk about a low. I'm not used to having such low pressure. Alrighty. So we're at 2,000 feet, and that is, see, airport elevation is 2106, and yeah, so I'm almost 1,000, I mean, 100 feet off here, but I'm close enough. This is VFR, I can see the runway. Okay, so let's get in the air, guys. And what are my runways? That's good. That's another good question. Uh, let's see, runways. So I got let's see, runway 2 and 20. And shoot, what were the winds again? They were not a factor at 3 knots. It doesn't make any difference. But they were 210, so we'll do 20. All right. So where's my compass? I'm not used to this aircraft, so I don't automatically know where stuff is at. Okay, this is the compass here on the GPS. I mean, on the HSI. So if I'm gonna do 20, then I need to go to the left. Okay. And this aircraft is a tail dragger, and I don't normally fly tail draggers. So there is the possibility that if I'm not careful, particularly on braking, I could nose over the aircraft. Do use a stick as opposed to a yoke, and I make all my flights with a yoke. Okay, so, and a lot of times with these, well, this aircraft is pretty small, but a lot of the tail draggers, you you when you're sitting in the seat, you literally can't see what's in front of you. So you wind up just having to look on the side of you to stay on course. All right, so let's just try that. See how we do. All right, so I am looking to the right to find my turnoff onto the taxiway. Um, I mean, off the taxiway onto the runway. I just passed the Pappy lights. So this, I got some pretty high mountains. And looks like I'm running out of, I may have passed some stuff. Yep, I did. All right. So, but that's okay. I got a cub. I can get in the grass and take off anyway. Might be a grassy strip. Let's see what we got. Might be on the runway. Uh, let's see. Well, I'm gonna take off on the grass. Um, Anatonova traffic Carbon Cub is taking off on runway 20 grass, Anatonova. Okay, so, and I think I'm clearing the PAPI lights. Give it full power. 40 and rotate. And just like that, I am airborne. And I guess I was on the taxiway. I'm not sure. But I got some pretty high mountains. It's a little hazy. And I am climbing out for power. And I probably want to adjust my mixture. And I'm having to do that just by listening to the sound of the engine. Okay, so let's see what we got. Make sure everything is in the green. So I've got um, these the lights on shows me my RPMs. So right now I've got um, oh I don't know how many lights I got, 25 maybe, but if I got 25, no, that's not 25. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Well, maybe 20, 25. But most of them are on. And let me see if the lights help with if the lights help with my mixture. Doesn't appear to. So go ahead and level out some. And so this is the Carbon Cub. And we are in Anatonova Valley in northern Alaska. Let's don't have an outside temperature gauge, um, but I imagine it is pretty cold in this neck of the woods. But if we can find a decent flat top mountain, we may go ahead and land on it. And looks like we are over these peaks. Now we took off at 2,100 feet. And just looking at the sectional chart, these mountains look like some of them were pretty high. Let's see if we can see our airport back there. And yes, we can. So this far north in Alaska, I mean, we're literally in the Arctic. I think we're in the Arctic Circle. And too bad X-Plane doesn't model the seasons like flight Microsoft Flight Sim does. But to be able to fly in some place like this with with the new simulator where theoretically, I would be able to look down and see where the village is for this area. Would be awesome. Um, so here's a ridge here. Let's see how that ridge look. Like it has a little, I guess that would be snow on top of it, but I'm looking at it and it don't look like that might. Well, let's try landing on that guy. Look like it might, I might be able to land on it. So I'm gonna turn around and won't know unless we try. I might need to do a pass over it first. Now, I mentioned that I didn't know if I would be able to find my way back to the airport. And the airport does have a NDB beacon. Whoa. See if we can get up. Yep. I think we're good for that peak. Don't want to stall, but I'm far from stalling. The airport does have a NDB beacon. I don't know if it has, if this aircraft has an NDB radio. Um, Actually, I honestly don't think it does. So let's, and I am not really paying enough attention to be able to find my way back. Let's see, where's that ridge that I wanted? Okay. Shucks. I have to go around and see if I can't find it. Uh, let's see, is that it up there? No, that's not it. Well, let's see if we can land on the one directly in front of us. Okay, so I guess I should get lined up with it. One thing about these Cubs, you can land them just about anywhere. As long as you got something flat to land them on. And I don't think that's flat enough. Turn on around, and I did like the other ridge that I passed. And and looks like I've lost some altitude. Yeah, that's what happened. I'm below. I think. Well, no. There it is. There it is. There it is. I think that's it. Okay, so if that ain't it, then we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it work, right? All right. And let's see. Okay. And can we set this guy down here somewhere? And give me some flaps. And I'm gonna slow down to just about 40 knots here. And with with no trees or anything large, it's really hard to tell how high I'm up. So I may be, man, okay, I'm not feeling this. Let's see. Yes, all right. Ooh, whoa. I don't think I. Okay. Uh, and some brakes. And I'm sliding down the mountain. And let's see if we can get up on the ridge here. I'm gonna replay this as soon as I can get somewhere where I'm stable. Now I've got the aircraft redlined. Okay, finally getting over. Uh, all right, and and I don't think this would work in real life. Okay, so let's set the brake and let's do a replay here. See what we got. Let's see how that looked from the outside. I honestly don't think it really worked. Okay, so let's go with play. Jump out. And I'm a lot higher than I thought I was. And then I couldn't really discern that valley. And then I hit on the side of the mountain. Whoa. And I had a wing strike. So that wouldn't have worked in real life. Then I'm sliding down the mountain, going down the mountain. And so it's the Cub against gravity. The Cub against gravity. You can do it. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. All right. That was fun. That was fun nonetheless. All right, so let's get back in the cockpit here. And figure out where we're going to take off from. All right, so I think if I turn to the left and firewall it, I think I can get up to 40 knots or 35 to 40 knots and get a good lift off. Actually, I might be able to just go down the side of the mountain here. Let's try that. Okay, release the brakes and don't know what the side of the mountain looks like. Yeah, I think I can do this. How awesome is that?
FSE flight not started.
How awesome is that? All right, so let's see if we can find a better mountain to land on. Um, there's there's a guy named Trent Palmer who made YouTube videos, and he has a kit fox, which is a lot similar to a cub, and he and a bunch of his friends fly to all kinds of interesting places. I think they fly mostly around. I know it's in the lower 48. I want to say Montana or well, I'm not sure which state. Um, but I do get a kick out of some of the places that those guys fly to. Um, yeah, there's no way to land here, and the fear that I have is the way X-plane work. A lot of times they the mount well the scenery repeats itself. So if I don't find a flat mountain in probably a 5 square kilometer area, then I probably won't find a flat mountain in this area, period. Um, Now, I could be wrong. I could be. I turn my taxi light off on my landing light. Don't need that on. And I can turn my heat off. Okay, Google, turn the hallway heat off. I got I'm able to tell Google to do these things. All right. Okay, now that peak over there just before the clouds look interesting, doesn't it? And so does that one there. Let's pull the power. But you're talking about someone who loves mountains. I much rather go to the mountains on a vacation and do some walking than to go to the beach and and do some walking or do some lounging. Um, let's see if I can't figure out a way to land on this guy here. Now, bum ba dum bum 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 bum. All right, all right, flaps, and I'm turning my flaps on without being in flap range. Okay, but this looks interesting. And let's just set her down. Can't really tell how high or low I am. I think I missed my window there going around. Actually, I think I just go to the top and let's see. There may be another opportunity. All right, and it's hard to tell how high I am. It really is. So I'm on the ground again. Just need to fight gravity a little bit. And what I didn't do was check oh man, my landing program think I just made an excellent landing. I thought it was hard, but and the other thing I can't tell up here is how my winds feel. Okay, 30 knots, and I can literally take off at 30 knots.
FSC flight not started.
All right, flaps up. So just flying around Anatonov, Anaton, uh, Anatonova, Anatonovac Valley and mountain range in Northern California. Okay, so I don't think I have any radios that would get me back to my airport. So let's see if we can't find our airport. Um, Now I do have Avitab, and let's see what do I have below me here. Well, that's not it, and I, it may or may not even be in this valley. But I'm doing pretty good speed wise. This airplane lights about 95 knots, and like I'm moving along at about 105. I wonder, could I have a tailwind? Because the the winds through these mountains can be pretty strong. Of course, I'm not sure if the winds are modeled through these mountains at all, even a little bit. Now, I could be flying 100% away from the airport, or I could be flying towards it. I just don't know. And I also don't know how much gas I got. Let's see, I'm actually on the right tank, so I'm going to switch to the left tank. And I don't have anything that show me KP. I was trying to remember. Yeah, Anaton, and to uh, see if I can't read this airport. And not Tivok. And and Tivok. Anatovic. Anatovic. Anatovic Pass. All right, so this is a pretty big valley here. Be a good valley to build in. Um, can you imagine living out here and your only mode of transportation would be your Piper? And when you're out here and the weather's bad, you can't go anywhere, you can't do no thing, and you don't have, well, I guess you could have sat phone and internet. And lens. Okay, so I want to go back and uh-oh, uh-oh, and we got a map. So I wonder if this map will show me where the airport is at. So open street map. All right, so let's see if we can turn it into a use explain textures. I don't know what that means. Okay, so that's what that means. But it doesn't look like this map is going to show me where the download tile maps on the man. Okay, so that's downloading. Uh, yep, if this map would show me where the airport is at, I would be a happy camper. I see a lake. Let me look at the sky vector map and see if I can find anything. Okay, so it looks like I should be going north. All right, so I need to turn around. I do see that. I have actually bled off a lot of altitude. All right, so I need a map that shows me the water. Then I think I can find my airport. Uh-oh, I see. Is that? Uh, I thought that was some sort of radio antenna for a second there. Um, okay, so let's stay in this valley and gain some altitude. let's look for water. For one that would show me water. Let's try this. Okay, don't have a, can't open that map. Okay, there we go. Okay, we can see water here. And let's zoom out. All right, so this one has this lake, this river that I should be over. I don't see it, but I guess it can be. I guess it's down there somewhere. Um, Explain though nobody really fly up here because it's so unpopulated that the modeling don't have to be as on. All right, but let me look at sky vector and find a river. Okay, so I got the North Fork River and the Dietrich River. The Dietrich River would take me to the airport, and so let me get on the other side of this range here. I think there may be another valley that's going this way. And so we came to the fork in the road, and we're taking the path most traveled. Okay, we're at 4,000 feet. So, from sea level, we really ain't that high. Where I should have spun in, I think I might fly around Denali, see what that looks like after I find my. Uh, I'm getting way off here. Let me see if I can get up over this ridge here. And just my mixture. Listen to the sound of the engine. All right. And that look like I'm going in quite the right direction here. Let's see if we can cut through this little cut here between this here mountain. And we made it. Still looking for that airport or any airport. Now, there were two rivers. There's a river here. I don't see them. And I keep seemingly to want to go south. Ah, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop. There it is. I found that airport. Yep, just by following the river. There it is. All right, so gas going to both, and because I don't know how much gas is in either tank, I didn't check before I took off. Oil pressure is let's see, oil is greater than 65. Um, I don't know. Let's see, maybe how did you change it to get the PSI? Okay, yeah. Okay, so I got 100. Now I got not sure. I really am not sure, so I'm not gonna say. Okay, so I am going to get my. I think I'm gonna land this way, and I do remember that the runway was at 2,000. I'm at 4,000 almost, so I got 2,000 feet to get down, and that's gonna be pretty hard to do. Put it in a real nose down attitude here. Do a kamikaze dive. And I am diving, and I still might make, probably won't make this airport. Actually, I can land in the, I should land in the grass, but I've got a bunch of back pressure. This is Anna, Anna, let's see, this word here, Anna, Anatevak. I've heard that word called on ice road truckers, and I can't see. I keep feeling like I'm butchering it. All right, so I'm back at idle, four flaps. A little early to transition. All right, transition. And we are wheels down. Excellent landing. Oh, these little cubs, you can do pretty much anything. They are so forgiving. Flaps up. Never did turn my landing lights on. Um, okay, so I'm not finished with the Cub. What I want to do is find an airport around Denali, Mount Denali, aka Mount Whitley, from the olden days, Denali State Park. And so let's break. Let's pull up Sky Vector. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but let's see. I think that's Denali. I think this is Denali. Closest airport is Te- Tequila. PATK. Papa Alpha Tango Kilo. Papa Alpha Tango Kilo. Papa Alpha Tango Kilo. Tequila. 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 That's that's a hard one for me to say. Okay, Google, turn the volume down. All right, so I am at Tequila. Um, what's that? Papa Alpha Tango Kilo. Papa Alpha Tango Kilo. Yep. And go ahead and click this guy. Next. All right. So let's see what we got here. Get all my information here from Avitab. Get off my wire here. I get my wire out of my wheel before it cuts it. Oops. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay. Altimeter is 3218. And so let's go ahead and dial that in. Um, 3218. Boy, and that's high. Elevation is 300. 32. If the elevation is 364 feet and I'm putting in 3218, then that's not gonna give me, that don't sound right. All right, let's see if we can get a ATIS. Let's see if we can get a ATIS. And ATIS is 135.2. Let's flip this back down. Bring this down to 2. Flip it back up. And I'm not hearing ATIS. I wonder if there's something that I don't have on. Nope. I think I got everything on. There's no push button. Hmm. Well, if we know that the elevation is 364 feet, then let's just set the elevation for 364 feet, which for the highest mountain in North America wouldn't be right. Okay, the runway, and see, this don't make sense. Okay, AMSL. Yeah, elevation is 364 feet. AM average mean sea level, but the runway is 3,500 feet. So I think the elevation is the 3491, 364. That just don't make sense for the for the elevation to be 364 and the runway to be 391. Okay. So with that said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and set the altimeter to 3218. I think that is right after all. So turn this the right way and 3218 and 32. Yep, 3218, and that gives us 3000. Well, we're just gonna leave it there. Um, let's see. I could look at sky vector and try to get a feeling. The altimeter is 2928 on sky vector. So I'm not sure where this is getting the information from. Let's try 2928. And that gives us 3400, which is closer to this than what we just had. So we'll go with we'll go with this. All right. Okay. Um, and winds are 18181 at 3 knots. So we'll do runway 21. I thought I saw we'll do 19, runway 19. Okay. All right. So, and I'm not even gonna make a radio call because I'm not gonna butcher. Turn my landing light on. I'm not gonna risk butchering the the this. Ooh, okay, car. Yeah, you move. And 19 ought to be to my left. Oh, whoa, yeah, I forgot. I can't do that on this airplane. Hit them brakes and come to those quick stops. Can't can't do it. All right, so we're heading on a yeah, and my dog want me to walk him today, and today I am not gonna walk him. Okay, so we could do this intersection if we can stop here. That's one thing about the Cub is the last thing it need is a full length. Um, it only needs about 100 feet of runway, about three and a half bus lengths, city bus lengths of runway. All right, just my mixture, and we are at 2,900 feet, so we need to lean it out a little bit, firewall it, and start our takeoff roll and rotate. Just that quick, I'm in there. That's unreal.
FSE flight not started.
That is, that never ceases to amaze me. Okay, I do feel some wind because I am crabbing. So I do have some wind. Um, So obviously the wind is higher than the 3 knots that that's showing on the Avi tab. Let's see. I wonder if there's a way to yeah, there's a refresh button there. Okay, so it's been updated and winds 170 at 9 knots with some overcast at 6,000 feet. So so I am going to custom weather. Um, let's see. I got 10 statute miles of visibility, but I got overcast at 6,000 feet. And if I want to fly around Denali, then I need to be able to see it from my current location, which I can't. I see traffic. I'm going to turn off my traffic labels. Hopefully, nobody will run into me. And excuse me while I um, customize my weather and manually configure it, set a preset, and let's do visibility almost unlimited and apply this. All right, so now I can see. So now what we got to do is find the highest peak and fly towards it. So I am gonna do. My plan is to do a 360, Denali out to stand out like a sore thumb. It's the highest peak in North America, and that's probably it there. Yep, that would be it. So, Denali is how high? Can anybody tell me? Your geography quiz for the day. I think it's 19,000. 19 something. Let me Google it. Denali. Um, and it's 20,300 feet. So I was wrong. Everest is about 9,000 feet higher. Everest is 29,000 some feet. Still rising. I'm not, I think Denali is still rising also. So if we lived long enough, we might even be able to see it, see how high it gets. And okay. And there is no getting there fast in a Cub. Of course, Austin was kind enough to build in a time lapse. So I guess I could time lapse in their channel. Whoa, what's going on? Uh-oh, not good, not good. All right, okay, I think I got control over the aircraft again. So what happened? I loaded up my channel on Twitch, and I was looking at Twitch, which is behind, and I was trying to fly based on what I was seeing out the Twitch window. So, needless to say, that does not work. And so I don't know the name of this river. Wonder if it's Denali River or something like that. Let's see. Don't know where. Well, just don't know the name of it. And let's see. The S curves there. There are two rivers. I'm glad this is a state park so that nobody can claim it. Hey, Brad, how are you, my friend? I'm in the Piper Cub flying towards Denali Mountain, Mount Denali, and I guess what would be interesting is to see I can get, how high up I can get on that mountain. Um, I'm good, thanks. Oh yeah, I do like the club. I It's a nice aircraft, and with the Avatar built in, that makes it really sweet. Um, because I can use the Avatar to find stuff. Um, I don't have any charts loaded, but I can load plates in it. Just some cool stuff. Um, and then of course there is a Steam version. It is a slow flying aircraft. I was just up in northern Alaska, landing on mountain tops, and I've did some landings in the Grand Canyon. So, so yeah, I do enjoy this aircraft. It's a welcome break from the faster stuff, and yeah, that's the only tip I can give you because it's bitten me more than once is be careful on the brakes because when you're on the ground and you hit those brakes, then you can nose over real easily and have a prop strike, even on a slow taxi. But other than that, um, oh yeah, and landing, a lot of times landing it wants to spin out. I think it's the P factor, and until you figure out how to control the rudder, then I tend to spin out as the aircraft slow down sometime. Sometimes I'm able to do it fine. The other thing that I can tell you is I tend to do better when I land in grass in terms of keeping control of it. as opposed to landing on the tarmac or pavement. So, yep, ground looping. But the this is not by any imagination a fast aircraft. Turn my landing lights off. Now there is a guy on YouTube named Trent Palmer who has a Kit Fox, which is an aircraft a lot similar to the Cub, and he flies around in real life, and they like to land at different places. So I really enjoy his channel. In fact, watching him fly around kind of is what made me decide to buy this payware version of the Cub, and it was not that expensive. See, my telephone is ringing. It's not on my hip. So it's amazing that I'm up in Denali about, see, I'm at 7,000. The field was at 3,000. So I'm about 5,000 feet in the air and I'm able to get a phone call. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. I don't know. Well, if you Google his name, it may come up, Trent Palmer. Um, but yeah, there are a lot of guys who fly in real life. In fact, um, you probably know that Citation Max has a big channel on Twitch, and he flies in real life. And Stevo, Steve One, Stevo, who flies the TBM, he has a big channel on YouTube, um, flying the TBM 850, and he's recently picked up a job where he can fly the TBM 940. Um, he just bought a computer and he's going to start streaming. Um, what I don't know is whether or not he's going to stream on both YouTube and Twitch or just YouTube, but he do intend to start streaming using initially X-Plane and then migrate to Microsoft 2020. So, so yeah, I tell you. So, what do you fly? Do you fly? I don't have a Navigraph subscription. I don't fly enough of the big, heavy aircraft to justify it. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I thought I recognized your name. Because I think I've seen you in some of the chats. Yeah, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I tend to fly the TBM 900 some, mostly on Twitch. I fly the PC-12. Um, that's what I fly the most. I tend not to fly anything but GA aircraft. That's that's my forte. Yeah, so do I. I had TBM Tyler stop by not too long ago and um, want to ask him how do I adjust the rudder trim when it's in the wrong place. Can't figure that out. um, at least on the hot start version. And there was another question that I had that I couldn't figure out on the TBM 900. So we are getting into the mountainous area of the park. So yeah, today I'm just taking a joyful fly anywhere, no procedures, no checklist, just get up and fly flight. I don't. I have flown. I've got about 15 hours up under my belt as student PIC, and those hours at this point are about 12 years old. Um, so so no, I don't. But I just got back into simming a couple of years ago, and needless to say, that's um, motivating me to actually get back into the cockpit of a to go ahead and pursue my resume pursuing my PPL. I don't have any medical conditions that should preclude me from getting it. The only thing that I don't like is I'm getting to the age where I have to do my medicals a lot more often than the younger guys. But it is what it is. Yeah, yeah. The I know a lot of people use the sim to work on IF aura ratings. Um, that's where it really shine. Um, the if it because you can't really get the seat of your pants feel, then then it's it can move you forward in PPL training because you learn where everything is. You learn how the yoke operate, how the rudders operate, so you can start building some muscle memory and those types of things. Um, but on the other hand, you have to look at instruments to figure out what your sim is doing. And in real life, the instructors have to break that habit. Don't look at those instruments. Do not focus on them. A glance is okay. Um, so, but yeah, I love simming. Hence, so what do you fly in real life? Okay, I. It's not just a sim pilot. You thinking about getting you a pilot license? Cool. I think I think these flight simulators are creating a whole um, what word am I looking for? A whole um, new generation of aviation people without the flight sims, I think the pilot shortage would be a lot more would become a lot more critical than it is as the older pilots age out. Yeah, yeah. In fact, I mentioned that I got about 15 hours, um, and that was from the I guess it was about 2004, somewhere there about, that I was doing a lot of simming with Microsoft, and I got the titles on my bookshelf over there. Microsoft Simulator. Um, one, let's see, I've got two of the old Microsoft Sims, but I've been simming off and on since the EGA